Hey, what's up YouTube? GMAC, another video. I posted a couple, and didn't have any audio, so my bad. But this one's going to be about how I've made 16R in 10 days trading ICT Concepts. Now my R multiple is 1/4%. And the question I have to you, prop firm dreams, or anybody that watches this that really cares about what I'm doing, is should I up the R multiple a little bit, or that way my profits are higher and make a little more money, or should I just keep it the same and just keep scaling accounts until I get max allocation to um, Top Step and other places? So that's my question to you guys. If you was in my shape, you average 4R a week, trading 3 days a week, something like that. My R to multiple is 1/4%. I'm making 1 to 2% a week. I've made 1% 3 weeks and 2% in 1 week, and I took 1 week off the non-farm payroll. So that's my question. But anyway, how do I do it? What am I doing? All that good stuff. So we're going to go on paper trading here and just look at price action. And I always start. This is how I get biased, guys. Weekly. Okay, before we went into this last week, I was thinking we was going to be bullish because we closed right here on this fair value gap. So usually if we're going to have a bullish week, we're going to trade down and then boom, go up. So where we're at now, I will drop down to the daily, and I'm like, okay, we have inverted this imbalance on the daily. So what I'd be looking for Sunday or Monday, because I guess they put that together, is a retracement back into this before we explode to the upside. Now we could revisit this this order block here on the daily and come back down a little lower, but I really do think we're going to have a day or two, whatever day we make the low, whether that be Tuesday, down in this level, the 450 460 area, or if we come down to the 250 area before we take out this trend line liquidity, aiming for all-time highs and closing in this gap that we left when the contract, I think that's when the contract rolled over in Asia that night. So that's how I'm finding bias. Anybody that watched those few videos on the mentorship, and I said I was going to do bias, this is how I do it. I go to the weekly look, I look at the PD arrays because they're going to be the most powerful, right? Weekly PD arrays. So what do you see on the weekly? We see a fair value gap. We see a weekly order block that we come down and touched right here before exploding. So, and then I'll go to the daily and say, okay, where are we at? Okay, we're starting the week, so we've inverted this, so I'm looking for a play back down before we explode up. Then I'll go to the 4 hour and see what we're looking like there. So I think we might have some sort of bearish reaction. This is a fair value gap, as well as down here. So we could be looking in that. But that's my general thing for this week coming up, is I think we're going to be bearish for a few days, and I need to look at the calendar. I've not looked at it to look at the news, and then I think we're going to explode and maybe take out all-time highs this week, or at least fill in this gap, which is right at all-time highs. So I believe so it is anyway. One day, yeah. So that's what we're looking at there. And basically my strategy is, when I'm trading Asia, is I'm looking to trade either right at the 7 o'clock candle or 8 o'clock when the volatility comes in. As you can see, this day was 8 o'clock. After 8 o'clock, we went crazy. So what I've done here is, the trade I took here is we inverted this 15-minute fair value gap with this. and making a fair value gap. If you know me, that is my favorite one, is when we invert a fair value gap while making a fair value gap, and then when we dig down into that new fair value gap that we've created, boom, gold mine. That's what I'm looking for, and that's exactly what we did here. We come back down into the inversion, into the new fair value gap, and exploded. So that's what I'm looking like at Asia. There is an ATM model where you mark out the high and the low and all that, but that's not really how I'm going to be trading Asia. I could use that model some, but I'm basically looking at price action. I'm a price action trader using ICT's PD arrays, and since that's just what I do. I do have an A plus model for the U.S. session, and basically what I do is I mark out midnight open, which would be where this candle opened here, and I've done this in a video before, 388.50. I'll just say there, I'll draw a line there, and then 8:30 will be another one. 8:30 opening price, just say it's roughly around there, and I am only going short if I'm above midnight. Okay, I'm going long if I'm below it. So as you can see on this one, an A plus setup is right here. Where's 8:30? Okay, here's 8:30. The short would be, we move down, we expect to go lower to what? Maybe consummate encroachment of this gap, or maybe not, but that would be the play. We're above 8:30, we're above midnight, we're in a PD array, boom, and look how it reacts to those price levels. Right off the 8:30 open, boom. Right off midnight, twice. Again at 3 o'clock, boom. So that's what I'm looking for in the US session. I've showed you what I look for in the Asia. Now if I'm ever trading London, which I don't do anymore that much, but ICT has a great video of looking at the range, the midnight opening range, which would be, you put a horizontal line here, 12 to 12:30, and then whatever displacement will go to a 1 minute. Basically what he's doing is from that 12:30 time, midnight to 12:30, is marking out the range, of course, but we put a horizontal line here, a horizontal line here, and the first presented displacement, which to me is right at 12:30. So it's here, okay, and we've took out highs, so we would be looking to sell. So we're waiting for this to invert while making one, and we do it right here. At what time? 12:45. Look how it's respecting that, and again right here, 1:30. It's digging back up into this inversion. This would be, to me, this would be, yeah, the strongest PD array, because we have inverted this. We've inverted the displacement. It's coming back into it right there, almost to the T. And then 3:30, algorithm's going to start spooling, and what are we doing? We didn't invert this, we closed perfectly, and we're heading to the upside. So I don't really do a lot of London trading, but I'll show you my stats here so you can be like, okay, this guy is telling us the truth. I'm just telling you what I do from my own experiences. This is how I trade. I'll go to Top Step where you can see it a little better. Okay, so this is 4% gained. I've took a payout, 10 days completed. I've had 9 out of 10 good days. One more day to a payout, and I'm risking 1/4% to try to make one. Usually at 1 to 2 though, I'm out. That's why I got to get better. That's why I'm thinking if I can bump my risk up from 125 to make 250 to 250 to 5. But I really struggle when I'm up $200-300 of profit, because I know that's what it takes to get a payout, and I've got to get that out of my head. I've got to put the ticks on the chart. I've got to get the P&L off of it, because I do trade my P&L a lot, and that's just me being I'm always going to be transparent and tell you what, how it is. And I like this Top Step X, man, really good, because you can go to your stats, you can look at it the last month. It tells you everything. You can do last week. You can do today. We haven't traded. They got all kinds of filters. It even shows you. Oh man. The only thing I don't like is when I add into a trade, it says I'm taking a lot of trades, and I'm not doing that. But I guess it is. Evidently, I like to go short. I'm a short trader. But look at all this. It tells you everything, down to all your trades by the minute basis. See, most of my trades are, 1 to 5 minutes, and I'm out. Then it tells you on those 1 to 5 minute trades that, what your P&L is, and this is, I traded the last week of December, so as you can see, one trade. Let's see what it looks like in December. Yeah, I started this right before Christmas, right here. Bad trade. Got it back. Then we went on a run through January, and this is where we're at. We need one more day. I don't use this journal, but I'm glad it's an option. I need to journal better. That's something I struggle with, and it tells you every trade that you took, and that's that's why I like it. And right here is your settings. And right now I've got it on 150 to 750. It's really 125 because I bump it down. But I'm really thinking about trying to move this up a little bit. Maybe not double, but maybe we'll go 200 to 1,000. And my personal daily loss, if I'm risking 200 next trade, is 3, and we need to liquidate and block. And I'm not worried about all that. And I will set lockout. Oh, you can do that. That's cool. Cancel. I just need to save changes. Save. And that's another thing I like about this platform is you can lock yourself out. Like after you have a good trade, lock out. I mean, that's what I do. I'd be locking myself out big time. But yeah, that's what I'm doing, guys. That's how I'm being successful in these prop firms. I'm risking 1%, or I'm risking 1/4% to make one. But any thoughts? Anything that you could help me with? I appreciate y'all on the road to 500. I do need to start live trading. I just don't feel like I'm ready for it yet. I just get too nervous. But I know for my audience to grow, I got to be more consistent. I got to get better at editing, better videos, and I have to start live streaming, so that'll be coming. But I appreciate you. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about all this. Until then, God bless y'all. Good luck trading.